Mummy's been having a lot of big feelings recently.
Like how?
Just like, I feel a bit confused.
Why?
I don't know. And I feel like I don't really know what I'm doing.
My little love, tell me do you feel the way my last days? Where did you lay on me? Can you hear the way my heart breaks? I wanted you to have everything I never had. I'm so sorry, what I've done makes me feel sad.
Mic check. Seems like we've got a signal. Bear with me about 2 minutes and then we're going to get started. This transmission won't be a long one, but you definitely don't want to miss it. If you haven't been on my community wall post, go figure. Shout out to the one that's here right about now inside the building. Much love. Big ups to you and yours. Hold tight. Once again, we're going to be getting started in about 2 minutes tops, yeah? So hold tight. You don't want to miss this dub plate. For Kent Meningitis Outbreak, by the numbers. And of course, they had the simulation pandemic that took place last year, November, in Kent. Old type Max 7 inside. We're about to get started. Just bear with me, yeah? I see you, Kai. I see you. Big up, big up. We're going to get ready in a moment. Hold tight. Very important entry that we're going to get into in a moment, in about 45 seconds. Woo! Again, looks like we have a signal. Absolutely fantastic. Thank you for joining me here tonight with tonight's live transmission concerning the outbreak in Kent with the meningitis. Now imagine one of my Donnies this morning or this afternoon when I saw the message. Oh, he sent it this afternoon. Shout out to Mr. Rabbit. You're done now. He might even be listening right now. He said he did tune in last night, but nature calls. And yeah, disease he started to knock out. But anyway, you definitely need to go over to my community wall post first, right? So you go over to my community wall post, please. I'm doing that myself right now. You definitely need to do that. I need to bring it up myself. Just give me a moment here. Thank you. All right. Very important addition here. And imagine what my friend messaged me from somebody else's post on Facebook. It triggered a memory bank, a file in my memory. And I said, hold on. Wasn't I scoping some of the NHS planned simulations last year? And I remembered that I left a comment under somebody's video, which I also added on the wall description on one of the links there. And basically, you know, the Switzerland fire with the teens getting killed in the fire, New Year's? Because remember the guy with the meningitis who found it, remember yesterday? Remember, he comes from Switzerland. Now, if you haven't done the homework, with the Constellation bar, with that tragedy that happened with the children or the teens, and also I think as well with the university, it's going to be teens, teenagers, young adults. But not only that, You know, like say, I think it was a Sirius star. So, you know, you got the dog star, but there's another, I don't know if it's like Buddhist or Hindi or whoever it is. Some people sometimes, or a group of people, or whatever, they may personify a specific thing different from another batch of people. And whoever it was, they personified the star as a horse. So again, if you're not up to speed with the constellation bar with the fire that killed, or the purpose ritual, yeah. And what is the name of the dry run simulation meningitis situation, dry run simulation that they did? What's it called? Exercise Pegasus. If you don't know, Pegasus is a mythical horse. We've just gone into the year of the horse, you know, Chinese zodiac and all whatever. We've just started the year of the horse. Do you know the date when the year of the horse begins? The day before the founder of Meningitis birthday, whose birthday is the day after. So February 18th is the birthday for the founder of the Meningitis thing. The day before is the year of the horse when that starts. Badum. Hello. Are you seeing this? Yeah. I mean, you know what? My friend sent me a few messages today on Telegram. Do you know I haven't even got to the other messages yet? I've just been hanged on that one piece all day, processing it, trying not to go into a manic, you know, spaz out. I'm saying to myself, oh my God, we're in that same thing again. Even though it was already suspicious, but my point is how they're so brazen, you know, like Event 201 and all these other things, or a cyber attack computer, whatever, all these simulations, like this is how brazen they are. And this is the thing, this is sanctioned, yeah, Exercise Pegasus is sanctioned via Parliament, you know, just like other things will be sanctioned, whoever, blah, 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 blah. But that's my point. Like, look how brazen they are. And participants where they did it in November 4th, is in Kent. Now Kent's got an outbreak to do with meningitis. I mean, come on. Yo. Oh my God. Oh my God. Unbelievable. Right, so if you're on my community wall post, please go to my wall post because you're going to need them, yeah? So scroll down. We'll start with, do you know where we'll start? We'll start with the one where it's got like copy and pasted writing from a notepad. It's one slide, right? So you've got the thumbnail. Well, you've got the live, past the live thumbnail. Then you've got the still thumbnail, past that one, underneath that, the next one, yeah? And what does it say? Here's what I wrote last year around November 25th, because it was with one of Decoded with Cody's video to do with all the horse symbolism that's also been playing out in NFL, you know, National Football League, or the National Fix League, because, you know, they like to script the games. And imagine, in one of the adverts for the Super Bowl, or whatever it was, you've got the player in the stadium. He walks, you know, in the backdrop, you know, from outside or wherever it goes, from outside to inside. But basically, he goes into a room that deals with the power. He turns the power off. Stadium power goes off. All of America blacks out. Because, you know, it all coincides with all the power cut stuff that they're doing, shutting off the power grid. And all the horse symbolism. And imagine, you've got a player called, what was his name again? What's the player's name? So if you tap into this picture here, right, so it says National Health Service. This is what I wrote, but luckily I had it on my my clipboard, on my, you know, you got the keypad typing, because I couldn't find the comment. So I was like, oh, let me check it on my keyboard, because it might be there. So I put in the keyword Pegasus, it popped up. I said, yes. So I quickly copied and pasted it to the notepad, and then I put it on screenshot on here. Yeah, so don't watch that. It says March 19th. No, I was on this from last year. Yeah. And even though you can't see the November 4th one, I had it already because I saw it, because I went through, as you can see, look. If you just joined, please go on the community wall posts. Yeah, find the one I'm reading, one slide. Go past a couple of thumbnails for today, and then you'll find it. after the next one, after the two thumbnails, after the one after that. Because we're going to get to that. After that one, we're going to get to that one with the green slide, the green background with the writing from the government to do with the simulation run in Kent for November last year. So again, me and my community, the Gematrians, we already on the ball. That's why when my friend sent me this Telegram link to somebody's post, that's where those screenshots come from. The one with the green background from the government, talking about the simulation on November 4th that took place in Kent for meningitis, November 4th, 2025. I'm saying, hold up, did I not write a comment to do with Pegasus? And I was looking up stuff with the NHS simulations, you know, from what we got here. We got July 16th, you got September 18th, because they've done a couple before November. So even though I didn't write November, I did see November now. But I was just allocating quickly stuff to do with the numbers and what factored in. So I just wrote that down. And that's what you can see here. So National Health Service, NHS, yeah, put out a post July 16th, and it's 65 days to the first drill. And you see, I've got in brackets Pegasus. Come on. What? And if you just joined, I'm going to quickly say it because I'm going to say this a couple times. I don't know if you was here before you just came. Again, Pegasus. You've got all the horse symbolism when they burned up all the kids in the bar, the Lee Constellation bar. Again, zodiac stars in the sky, constellations, ritual killing of all the teenagers in the bar. And if I'm not mistaken, I think it is to do with the Sirius Dog Star, but there's other groups, whether it's Vedic knowledge in Hindi or whoever it is, Buddhas, whatever, monks, whoever, some people may personify things differently. So they personified it as a horse, that star. We've just entered the year of the horse. That started the day before the guy that found the meningitis stuff that we was going over yesterday in 1805, who's born in Switzerland. Duh! Horse equals 65, meningitis 65, pandemic 65, United Kingdom 65. Come on. Where is Yuckmouth? Where is your end is now? Where you at, pendejo? Fucking idiot. As I say, you know, mentally challenged people, you know, we don't really need to tackle them too much. So, you know, do your thing, stay away. So imagine, boom, 16th of July, 16th of July, 65 days to the first Pegasus drill, September 18th, horse 65. And of course, Pegasus, the mythical horse, has wings like a bird, wings. Wing stallion equals 65. Come on. What? In the show Stranger Things, literally at the beginning of season 5, right, you've got somebody called Harrington that pulls a lever and cuts the electricity power. Did you see how I've said carrot in there? There's an NFL player in America, you know, National Football League. His name's Carrington. And if you do your history, because I've been already doing this even before Cody, before I know, probably even before Cody, right? Looking up at the big solar flare that took place in the world, that came to the world, right? And that caused a big power cut. And that's why I keep saying they're going to blame, just like they did with Spain, when they took out the power on purpose, they turned off the power last year in Spain, April. They blamed it on atmospheric conditions, whatever. And that's what I'm saying that I'm going to say again. For a big one that they'll do or whatever, it takes out a city, they'll say atmospheric conditions or a solar flare or cyber attack and blame it on the boogeyman or Iranian terror or Islamic terror or somebody in their basement, you know, cliche. Somebody in their mama's basement. Oh, somebody hacked the GTA people and put out stuff to do with the game. Fuck off, you idiot. Stop talking nonsense. Not saying things can't be done, but really, do you really believe that? These time Rockstar Games equals 201. I mean, what? So look, Carrington, the NFL player, I'm sure that was the name I don't know if it was a founder of something around that time with that solar flare that, you know, calculated or noted certain stuff with the solar flare and the power cut, and then named it after him and called it Carrington. But my point is, at the start of Stranger Things, the person riding, the person's name Harrington, like Carrington. And obviously look at the first letter. Duh. Horse. Harrington, H. But it's just undeniable. I mean, what? Wow. Come on now. Come on. What are the odds of this? This is how evil these people are. And sorry, the green one that I said before. So you got the two thumbnails. You got the live, the thumbnail, then what I just read out with my, the screenshot from my notepad from what I wrote months ago. Come out of that. The one underneath that, yeah? That's the one that's got the green back, purple at the top, white writing. This is from the UK Parliament, right? So this is what my friend sent me this morning from somebody else on Facebook. I said, oh my, and then it triggered my mind. My memory banks was just pulling out the files, and I'm like, as I've already explained, wasn't I already on this? And that's what I just read out to you just now from the notepad. I was already on it before Ken even exploded this week. My bedroom sent me about another 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 messages. I'm still hanging on the first message. I ain't got past that yet, my friend. Yeah? I had to sit here for an hour in silence, marinating on it. No joke. No music, no nothing. Cool fan on, blowing some nice cool air to keep me cool and calm. Because the phosphorus, because phosphorus deals with your spirit, the heat, that's what keeps your body warm, is the spiritual phosphorus in your body. I said, listen, I'm going to spaz out. Let me chill and keep calm. These people are too bumberclart feisty. So again, burning up ritual situation killed the teens in the bar in Switzerland. Now you've got the teens going to university. 2, I think, already killed. 1 in hospital. Baby in hospital. Baby Nyla Rose Fletcher. These people, oh my God. And again, whether that's real or not, my point is they're still doing something in it. That's my point. Like they might be able to dress up certain stuff. I'm not saying Baby Nyla don't exist, whether it is real or not. I'm going to go with rotted. Baby Nyla's in the fucking hospital. And obviously there could be another baby or one of your loved ones or your fellow woman, man and child that's fucking affected from these fuckery. Pussios. Fuck you. Telling you, we should be able to have a in sequential order. Double tap, but it should be a quadruple tap. Close range. Wood chipper. Then high power plasma laser. Then we don't want any remnants. We're not going to throw them in the water or put them down the toilet or put them in the soil. No. No residual, no nothing. You put it in a special seal container and you cut it off into the cosmos. We don't want none of the precious animals or the flowers growing from you cunts or even anybody remotely involved, family or not, in and out of Illuminati and or even Zombieland Variants included. Because you lot are too bumberclart sleep. Fucking idiot. Tell me about Yuckmouth, Cuts One, and these fools and them one another. And fucking Chaotic Truth Live. Are you a what? Oh my God. Yo. So let's now go through these slides here because I don't want to go off track too much. Let me keep it cool before I start frothing at the mouth. But as I know, gotta keep contained momentarily. Well, for overall, but I'm saying, you may get a bit momentarily, and that's you're allowed to, yeah? But just don't allow things to stagnate in your body too much. Keep it moving. Remember, that's what they want, to get bent out of shape. Tutus don't want to cart me off. Thinking out the box. Put him in a mental institution. Them times, am I crazy or is it the lazy crazy, don't want to get up to speed Zombieland variants and with the who's the powers that shouldn't be? Who's crazy here? Am I crazy or are you lazy crazy along with the scumbags, the powers that shouldn't be? Like what's going on here? Got the audacity to call people crazy and dumb and fucking putting 2 and 2 together, even if we're not on point maybe 8 times out of 10. 10 2 times out of 10. Them times, the other 8 times, what you say? Are you taking the piss? Am I a cunt? You change that backdrop sound in the background there. Right, boom, go on the community wall now, right? If you ain't on there already. So you've got the UK Parliament. Yeah, the first one, it's got the green background, white writing, purple at the top, purple and green. Pandemic preparedness, exercise Pegasus. Right? November 4th. Next slide. Exercise Pegasus was based on a novel, what's that? Enterovirus, originating from a fictional island. Goes on to say the enteroviruses are a group of viruses that usually cause mild illnesses, but can lead to serious conditions such as meningitis. You fucking cunt. Slide 3. England, and it's got / regional ... Local participation was coordinated by partners like the Kent and Midway Resilience Forum. Unbelievable. I don't really need to read the last bit because, you know, that's what I already said before. Undeniable. Taking the fucking piss, mate. Am I supposed to be friendly and, oh my god, oh thank you for doing the dry run simulation pandemic. Thank you for now getting all these people to rush and get extra vaccinations and antibiotics and blah blah blah. And some of us already died. Oh thank you so much. Oh thank you. Like, well, I'm supposed to be talking nice. Am I supposed to be talking nice? With all the bloodshed and tyranny and misery and poison food and poison entertainment, wasting time and kilojoules. Am I supposed to be like what are you saying? That sequential thing that I said, you know, that leaded up to the carting into space. What are you saying? Is that, I think that's pretty mild, to be fair. I'm not talking about let's sustain them in some long blah 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 and, you know, no, let's just quick thing, no long thing, yeah? That's how it should be. And hold up. Meningococcal, that's the proper name for meningitis, equals 114. 114, much like 11/4. Hello. And as I say, you know, we've got one here. I'm not saying you have to, you know, people may have things to do, but my point is, even after the video, you know, it's still going to be in minus views. And as I say, I don't care if it is in minus views or a bazillion views, as long as I've done my bit and the cosmos knows my intention. Anything else is a bonus. Yeah? And as we know, the rhetorical nature of things, so, you know, I have no expectancy. Tell me about Aki and Bouncer and these fucking idiots. Here we are putting out the real need to knows. All those that you reached out to a bazillion times, you know what I mean? Different people, gone back, rah, check this out, boom, boom, boom. Fighting comments disappearing and all the bollocks that YouTube does, and even on other platforms. I'm currently suspended in semi-Facebook jail for fuck all. I literally left the same comment a couple of times with about 45 seconds space between each post in the same place. They deemed it as a form of spamming. Now I can only put stuff on my own timeline. At least I can put something there and mention people so they can kind of, you know what I mean? If I need to get their attention, I can't reply on something that somebody's put. It's like, really? These times I'm attached to some of the, you know, like Zodiac groups and stuff like that, right? Imagine. If I put anything of reply or they say something in there, what happens? Then I get flooded and spammed by Mystic Megs that literally say the same thing with their opening paragraph. Or, oh, I thought you've got this type of energy. And, oh, wow, maybe you had some friends that you lost recently or a job opportunity and blah, blah, blah. They say literally the same thing. And I'm like, hold up. And I noticed this before a couple of years ago, because, you know, I went on Facebook for the last couple of years, then I've gone back on there just in the last month. And it's like, so it's okay for them to spam me, because what happened the other week, I got pissed off, right? So basically I screenshotted something from one of the other ones and I said, look, you lot all say the same thing. And I was on rapid fire. Literally within 5 seconds, I'm sending the same screenshot, the same screenshot, the same screenshot. I sent it about 50 times, and then Facebook got pissed off. And then basically I couldn't use my account for about 45 minutes. And then they realized I wasn't actually being that bad. And they allowed me to come back on. And then next week, 2 weeks later, and then with what just happened, with what I've just explained to you, we saying I can't leave a simple comment. One for Benjamin Zephaniah, how they killed him off in the Jesuit Order Jesus ritual. If you know the poet, the dyslexic poet Benjamin Zephaniah, he was in the show. I don't watch the show. He was in the show Peaky Blinders, even playing a character called Joseph Jesus, something like that. And they killed him off at age 65. Christianity equals 65, weeks before Christmas in December. Not to mention all the rest. If you're not up to speed, go to the playlist, man. Come on. But of course, nobody cares, right? Wow. Here we are giving you the dub play. Not saying, look at me, I'm special. Like, come on, man. Come on. You know how I feel? Have you ever seen the first seasons of Luther? You know, like when he goes to his girl's house and he's pissed when he realizes she's cheating on him. And he's like, come on! That's how I feel. As I'm doing this fucking word search, Sudoku, numerology, Gematria, Sherlock fucking Holmes, Luther detective work with the rest of my Gematrians, my colleagues, waiting for the world to catch up. Come on! As he rips off the door, you know, when he rips off the door, like, ah! You know what I mean? That's why I said I had to keep calm for an hour earlier today. I still ain't even got past my Don's Mr. Rabbit, as he calls himself. I ain't even got past that one first message. He sent me about another 10 messages. I ain't even got to those yet. I said, hey, bear with me now, because I need to marinate on this. So let me quickly give you some numbers. I'm not going to do all the election and Keir Starmer numbers today. I was going to do that tomorrow. So there's going to be a part 3, excuse me. And we're going to go through the whole shebang from start to finish and any updates. Yeah? Again, if you're not up to speed with part 1, please go and watch part 1. Even though I'm going to go over it properly tomorrow with no fucking, you know, sidebars and overly looking at the comments and the live stuff. Until I finish, then I can, you know, chat, come up and talk or whatever, you know, join the panel. But I need to keep it as streamlined as possible. But as I say, you know, it was great doing that yesterday because there's not really that many people always coming and, you know, having a nice back and forth and talking and whatnot. So I really do appreciate you all when you come and do that. Because, you know, it helps me to not feel in a echo chamber. I'm not trying to be in an echo chamber. I'm trying to get a witness. There's billions of people here. And by default, I all look at everybody as smart, amazing fucking beings with, you know, the potentiality of Neo, Morpheus, and Trinity and beyond. So it's a real fucking letdown with what the system's done to the brain, and then how the people are so dumbed down, and then how they police everybody. You know what I mean? It's like, come on, man. Come on. Snap out of it. Come on. Come on. Snap. How you still like dumbfounded in your slumber under the spell? But I already understand that everybody's supposed to wake up, and we live in the realm, the Midgard, which I call the sorting ground. And remember, everything has its place to be, right? With frequency and whatnot. So again, I'll quickly say, if I have a bottle with oil, water, milk, different weights and measures of minerals and fucking metals and whatever, if I shake it up and come back in an hour, everything knows its place where to go. So it's just like hell's always going to be low vibration, whatever else before this realm. Then we're in Midgard. Then you got the higher vibration realms. So that's why they can get away with such craziness here, because they've realized, oh shit, this is the best place, because you can't get what you can do here on the lower realms or the higher realms of vibration. Get it? Very important to understand. So that's why do your best to, you know, if you're going to get momentarily annoyed, or if you know, be an observer and keep your mind in high vibration. Get as much laughter as you can, you know, all of that. Even if you're doing your decodes, or if you're not fully getting into it, balls deep, or sticking your toe in, anything that you see, when you see the dark comedy, just see it as that. There's nothing that you can do to say, just like the guy with the spoon, you know, in part 2 of the Matrix. And he says, oh, you helped me, Neo, to get out. Not the guy with the spoon, it was another one. Was it Mouse? I can't remember who it was. One of the ones when he goes to the Zion, you know, the real world. But anyway, he says, you helped me to get out. And what does Neo say? No, you saved yourself. Save yourself. And in turn, you can help, you know what I mean? Maybe shine a light for people to understand, but it's for them to gain understanding through their perception of whatever and introspection of self to get to realization. Voila. Fuck. You save yourself. Then you come together like a school of fish. These fools with the house that they built, that will get blown down. That house of cards that the Jesuit Order have built of you know, warped reality, warped satanic madness, that gets blown down easily. You don't even have to sneeze. You just wave your hand. You know, like if you're doing a backhand right now, do a backhand. That's how that little piece of breeze will, even a fart, yeah? Or a quick axe kick, or a quick little tornado kick. You know them dons that can do some sexy kicks with the taekwondo stuff when they do the there's a word that they call it. I don't know, not styling. There's a word that they call it with the type of kicks that they do. But my point is, even one of them type of kicks there, yeah? No chi involved, no nothing. It will blow down the illusion. Easy, instantaneously. Foolishness for those that have even a morsel of sight to see Wagwan. So anywho, let me give you some quick numbers now. Now from 11th, oh sorry, the 11th month last year, try style it out. I was on point. Reel it back in. Get out the rod. Come on. Anyway, so November 4th, yeah? Remember, 4 represents what? Foundation and death. But anywho, so November 4th, from that day to the founder with the meningitis stuff, to his birthday, February 18th, into the next year. 3 months, 2 weeks. The abbreviation for UK, United Kingdom. Of course, excuse me, I'm bubbing. UK, right? UK equals 32. And I know we had some other 32s yesterday. Was Kent 32? I may have Kent coming up on the slide. If not, go and watch part 1. But obviously, I'm going to go over everything tomorrow in part 3. So I can't bother to be, you know, faffing around in slides right now. The alternatives span. Are you ready? Are you ready for this? The alternative span from November 4th, 2025 to what's his face's birthday. What's his name? Gaspard, the founder of meningitis bacteria from, you know, 1805, the year, is 15 weeks and 1 day. Does anybody want to take a wild gander what pandemic equals? How about meningitis? 151, much like 15 weeks and 1 day. I mean, come on, man. What? And remember, horse 65, pandemic 55, Manjengis, my God, meningitis 65, United Kingdom 65. And I know there was a couple more 65s yesterday, but you know, we're gonna roll with those. And remember, the original name for meningitis is cow, which equals 114, 114, much like 11/4, November 4th. Again, did I make the numbers behind the letters? Did I give you the Gregorian calendar? Yuck mouth, have you brushed your teeth yet? Idiot boy, dirty mouth boy. Where you at, pussy-o? And your counterpart dumbass that I may or may not dig out the grave, and then when I sort you out and obliterate you again, I'll just fling away his corpse back into his grave. Fool. That podcast original name, because we tried to rebrand his name is The End Is Near, but I call it The End Is Now. When you come across me, you're stepping on Gematria grenades and you're putting your head in the Gematria guillotine. I didn't tell you to put your head in there, idiot. with them one another. Put your head in there. Go past the Gematria turret. Yeah? The Gatling gun, that's it. The Gematria Gatling gun turret. Yeah? We got the Gematria grenades, the minefield, the Gematria guillotine. What do you say? Put your head in there. I'm not telling you to put your head in there. Right, well, so what's next now? What is next we got here? Give me a moment here. We've got 129. And I know part of the meningitis group that basically, because there's different areas. So you've got meningitis, then meningitis B or group B, and they shorten it down and it's just MENB, right? So men for meningitis, men B, right? For group B, so give me a moment here. Right, meningitis group B outbreak is 129. And we've got, hold up here, from November 4th to when they dubbed it in Kent a national, whatever the words they use, national situation, or, you know, like a pandemic or whatever, is 129 days to the 13th. I mean, to March 13th. I remember all the 65 we've mentioned before. The 65th prime is 313. So here we have March 13th, 313. The 65th prime is 313. So the day that they deem it, officials deem it, oh wow, you know, it's a national incident. That was how they said it. A national incident, yeah? National incident, you know, an outbreak. 129 days. Much like meningitis group B outbreak, which equals 129. Unbelievable. Also, alternative span is 4 months, 9 days. That's interesting because that guy, he's born on the 49th day of the year, as of February 18th, the founder that found meningitis from, you know, a couple centuries back, whatever. Go figure. Also, remember his life lesson, if you do his life lesson, February 18th, 1746, that's when he's born. That's the year, 1746. His life lesson is born with a life lesson of 38. So yeah, so 2 and 18, add 1, add 7, add 4, add 6 equals 38. Go figure. Pandemic 38, killing, because of course these things can kill. Killing 38, again, Masonic, you know, the Freemasonic scumbag, Jesuit Order, whatever, yeah. Masonic 38, again, killing 38, found dead 38, cancel, destroy 38, RIP 38, murder, murdered by the bacteria, murder 38, collapse 38, all those type of words, drowned or drowning, one of the two is 38. Again, it's not random, arbitrary, but where am I going with this? Why am I saying this right now? Because November 4th is the 308th day of the year. Drop the 0, 0 is just a placeholder. 38. Badumts. Oh my god, Apophenia, I'll take your medication. Fucking cunts. Fuck you. Woodchopper. Happy days are here again. Happy days are here again. Give me one moment here. Oh, hold up. You got a 60. The original name, Meningitis, however you say it, the original proper name, or one of the names for the original terms for meningitis, equals 60. So remember, you've got the 114, 114, 11/4. It also equates to 60. Well, last year you had a numerology of 60 on November 4th. So 11 add 4 add 20 or 25 equals 60. And I think that guy's name, hold on, have I got it here? He might come up in a moment, but his name, I remember, I think it was 60 as well. The founder, right? From, you know, way back when, 1805. I mean, this is just undeniable. Hold up here. No, it's 66. Don't worry, we'll get back to the 66s. It weren't 60. That was his first name, 66. Anyway, we've done some of the 66s yesterday, but we'll get back to those tomorrow when I go over the whole thing. What was the other thing that was in my mind? Oh, yeah. So remember, vax and vaccine equals 42. And remember the whole flu vaccine stuff. Flu vaccine also equals 42. Remember Freemasons equals 42. Zionism, Jesuit, Saturn 42. The elite 42. But anywho, remember that founder's name, the psychologist. His first name Gaspard. Gaspard equals 42 in reverse reduction. And what's interesting, that original name for meningitis equates to 237. If you do 2 times 3 times 7, it equals 42. Because we've seen those little sequences come up a lot. Also in the racism stuff, you know, with black people. We're not going to go into that today, but you know, if you're up to speed, you will be good. And also 37, hold up here. Do you know what? I'll wait to say that tomorrow. I can't be able to say it. Fuck it, well. Right. Oh, should I just say it? Basically, do you know what? Don't worry about it. But yeah, that is interesting though. Everything that wait. And as I say, the fact that are you ready? Pegasus, remember Pegasus the horse? Pegasus equals 38. You know, I could just look off the stream. I don't even have to come back on for the rest of my life. I've done enough. Showing you the same shit. Yeah? Pegasus equals 88. There's 88 constellations, you know, the constellations and the stars going around above your head. When you do time lapses and whatever they're doing, you know, flower of life and all that good stuff. Sacred geometry. Gematria is geometry within language. The practice of coding numbers into words and phrases. I think there's something to this, yuck mouth. Pegasus equals 38. And 88. I mean, come on. And remember the sun and the moon do the analemma. They make the 88 with the sun and the moon. We went over that yesterday with the torus fields, the hourglass, Back to the Future. You know the car, how many miles per hour? To do with time, going through time. 88 miles an hour. The sun and the moon do the figure 88 in the fucking sky called the fucking analemma. Fuck. 4 circles make up 88. 360 times 4. How many minutes do you get in a day? Even though they would do the roughly stuff if you look up for it. So, you know, it might not be bang on now to what I'm saying, but it's 1,440 minutes in a day. Time in the outside cipher equals 144. And remember, the sun on its trajectory goes to, you know, the tropics of Cancer and all that stuff. You know, the sun on the trajectory, right? 23.5 degrees. So it goes one side, it does it. Then it goes to the other side, you know, winter, summer and all that stuff. Times 2 equals what? 47. Time equals 47. Fuck! Wood chipper! Happy days are here again. Happy days are here again. It's the only way. I'm being nice. You know, I'm allowed to think aloud. I'm saying there's 2 ways. It's either you, as I said before, it's either you put a knot in the pipeline that comes to you, that's sucking all your energy. Yeah? Cut off the narcissist, sociopathic, psychopathological megalomaniacs. That's the only way. You need to put a knot in the pipeline. And again, update your, you know, like you update your apps, update your thought process, and ignore them on a mass scale. That's all you need to do. Partition off. We're not following that sheep stuff like it now. We're all now black sheep rather than sheeple, and there's just a couple of us black sheep in the midst of all the fucking madness going on. Getting led astray, getting funneled down fuckery through no fault of our own. While these shit cunt Zombieland variants, again, by default, I'm on your side. Just wake the fuck up. But at the same time, fuck off WOODCHOPPER in it or wake up. Very simple. What do you expect me to? Oh my God, no, thank you. Oh my God. Oh, lockdown. That was via you. Like, oh my God, thank you. All right, there was some protests going on, and you know, they do protests for other stuff. But was anybody chanting about the numbers? Why was nobody chanting about the numbers? There was even people that I knew at that time that had channels and Facebooks and that, and they will be bigging me up about the numbers. But why has nobody got the blackboards and fucking printed T-shirts and chanting certain stuff in unison that we basically can see around the corner and or know what you're doing on a given day of why what the fuck is going on? Because nobody truly cares about what. I'm not saying you need to stop doing what you're doing, or you know what I mean. Just add this to your inventory. Come on. I'm telling you, when I come off this today or tomorrow, I'm telling you, it's going to be full Avatar. Because when I mentioned that yesterday about the Avatar, the cartoon, can't remember if because I was saying a couple of things, but I don't think I said this, so I'm going to say it now. The new one, I know I mentioned the new one, but the new one that they're making, they're grown up now. They're not kids anymore. Oh my God, I can't wait, because I didn't even watch fully the other cartoon in the first place. So tonight I'm going to start. I'm going to watch the Netflix show first, because I know it's not going to take long, and then I'm going to watch all of Avatar cartoon, all of it. I'm going to watch the side one, Kara, I'm all of it. Binge it, all of it, constant. Nah. I'm going to start getting back into twice a day meditations, 40 minutes an hour minimum. And one of them will be guided. There was a specific guided one that I used to use as well. Yeah, with the person talking, and you got specific sounds and it's talking. That was the one. Even I can do it without that, but that was the one. I'm telling you, I'm feeling like I'm floating. My energy field. And again, when you want to see the energy field across your eyeballs in a dark room, when you open your eyes, after your eyes adjust, you can still see your energy field. So it's not because you need your eyes closed. It's just get your eyes to adjust to the darkness. Yeah? And then you start seeing the black and white lines. You don't know what I'm talking about? Look up ferrocell. Ferroo cell. CELL. One word. Voila. Yeah. Year of the horse is 66. And again, I don't mean to sound preachy, it's just this, man. Passion takes over, yeah? So you got a problem with that? Will you talk to that aspect of me when I'm passionate? Feel free to jump up and tell me about myself, and I should shut my blood clot mouth. Come on, what are you saying? Feel free to meet me in person to tell me, shut the fuck up. Because I know everything I'm talking about is of magnitude and makes perfect sense. Logically, obviously. I'm nobody special. Now, so these last two slides will keep it moving. But anyway, year of the horse 66. We spoke about 66 with the guy's name. Blah, blah, blah. His first name 66. Didn't see anything with exercise Pegasus. Obviously we've got some numbers there, but I haven't seen anything. Again, by tomorrow I'm going to go through all the rest of the dates with September and whatnot, and July with the NHS stuff, right? When the dates that they set out. Oh, year of the horse equals 107. And remember, we spoke about the 32 before, right? And the 151, the alternative span. Remember, meningitis and pandemic, 151, 15 weeks in one day. UK 32 from November 4th last year to this guy's birthday that discovered the meningitis stuff, right? February 18th. The alternative span, if you include the end date, is 107. Year of the fire horse, that's what it is, year of the fire horse. Year of the fire horse equals 107. Even there was something recently, somebody clocked. If you go on Dr. Savage's timeline on his community wall post, you'll see he put up something and he was showing you the fire horse. I think it was in France. And France, as I mentioned yesterday, they said they've got something from somebody that was at the UK University in Kent. Somebody contracted meningitis. But as I say, they had some symbolism out there. I don't know if it was them prepping for some Olympics coming or something going on, or maybe something to do with some politics stuff or whatever it was, but they had a horse on fire. Also, don't forget, a couple of years ago in the UK, was it about a year ago? Didn't you have a black and white horse running through London? Duh! Did you or did you not about a year ago have a black and white fucking horse running through London? And you know they love duality, the checkerboard in the Freemasonic temple and the Freemasonic lodge. And if you know about Hermeticism, everything is its equal opposites. They had a black and white horse about a year ago running through London. Huge story. It wasn't more than 2 years ago. Again, think about the symbolism, a black and white horse. Checkered floor in the fucking Freemasonic lodge. Ah! And again, going back to Hermeticism, and understanding duality in the yin and yang, left and right, male and female, you know, everything is its equal opposites, right? It needs each other. And that's how this realm works. I'm not saying I can't talk for different realms, but my point is this realm kind of feeds off that to and fro, you know what I mean? Push and pull of the yin and yang situation, good, bad. And that's why I'm telling you, that's why these cunts, they like the verses, politics, left wing, right wing, even though it's of the same bird, boxing, football. Again, I'm not saying you're not allowed to have things that are spur on, you know, who's better at whatever, but in a healthy, conducive way. You see what I'm saying to you? But now, because they've got you so left brain trained, not, you know what I mean, not utilizing your right brain consciously or subconsciously or whatever, then you don't know how much you're fighting in your consciousness. And that's why one of my dollies that broke that one down, universe, just like, you know, organs, music and all that stuff, universe, break it down. It's telling you right there. Unison, united, but in conflict, universe. So that's why get your sense of direction in the middle and find your harmony. Get it? Like, in between the storm. Calm storm, crazy storm. Learn how to set yourselves on the primordial waters of the cosmic ocean. Hence why the farmers know how to wax and wane with the cycles, understanding the stars and the timing of stuff. Hence why learning the numerology, I'm a Gematria meteorologist. Get it? Anywho, hope I didn't waste your time this evening. Kent, oh no, it's not 32, sorry. Because I know I said earlier, it was Kent 32, but it's 22. I don't know, we went over that yesterday. I think that's about it for now, guys. And again, horse 65. Oh, fire equals 38. Fire equals 38. Kent 14. Fire horse equals 140. Drop the 0. 58 and 67 as well, you know, Freemasonry and all that stuff. But yeah, wow, 14. Kent equals 14. Wow. Fire horse, fire 38. Fire horse equals 140. Drop the 0. Yeah. Oh, exercise by itself equals 88. Remember, Pegasus 88 and 38, but just quickly with the 88, and then obviously 88 constellations, and then going back to the bar, the constellation bar, that was his name, in Switzerland, where they burnt the children alive on purpose. Wow. And again, teens getting killed and more teens dying, and with the meningitis. Teens going to college, young adults. Holy smokes, man. These people are beyond evil. Right, guys, wholeness, but nothing like hashtag don't be a basic bit. Oh, woo! All right. Whoa. Before we cut, because you know what? I didn't even have that on the I don't know who's about now, and I weren't meaning to blanket, but basically part of my screen, I couldn't even see that there was comments there. So I didn't even realize because it was only not showing a tiny bit of it on the browser. You know, when you move the page or whatever, and then it can only show so much. But where it had numbers on it, I couldn't see the numbers. So I'm really sorry about that. Ha! Who's Yuck Mouth? Are you? Is that you, Kai? Put a 1 in the chat. Is that you listening, Kai? Who's Yuck Mouth? That is who's being held by Rambo in the thumbnail. Hey, and because he likes to come online all fast and furious and getting bent out of shape and talking out of pocket, calling people, you know, kiddie fiddlers that do, you say people in the community that deal with the numbers like Zachary Hubbard or whoever, you know, will say, oh, he's a kiddie fiddler and he's this and he's that. And it's like, even if you're going to say this stuff to do with the numbers, that's actually bullshit. Can you not talk out of pocket and talk nonsense and call people Freddy Krueger and stuff? Who's in the chat right now? Please put a 1 so I know who it is. And you know what? If you don't, obviously you're not a regular and you're going to watch, you know, In the Bushes. It could be my Donny from Telegram. Lurking in the background. I'm only joking. I know you're not lurking if that's you. Yeah. So imagine, yeah, there's Yuck Mouth. That's him on the screen, rude boy. And because he likes to come on all bent out of shape, fast and furious with his dirty mouth and Brock teeth, yeah. If you see the hand coming in, he's in the headlock with Rambo, right? And then I took his head, I put him in the headlock. The hand coming in with the brush, that's a power brush, right? So it's gonna turn back and forth. I cut it out, but I added a NOS, the nitro. So that bottle of blue with the orange, and you can't see it there, but if you go proper on the thumbnail or something where I put it, like in the picture, or you can zoom in, it says NOS on there. That's official nitro NOS, fast and furious. That's what I'm saying in the picture. On the thumbnail, on my profile picture, yeah. Is it you, Kai? Yes, I'm glad. Did you hear everything I just said? It's Yuck Mouth. He's been on the screen this whole time. Hey, I'm gonna get back to the comments quickly, yeah? Yeah. This is Yuck Mouth. Let me put yours on the screen. Then we're gonna go through these comments real quick. Let me change the background music as well. Yeah, this is him, Yuck Mouth. He's been on the screen. Trust me, tribe. I am that with him dirty mouth. Dirty mouth, boy. So that's what I said. I was saying, Ranted, rather than coming online and spending all your time chatting shit, getting bent out of shape, all fast and furious, why don't you go and get yourself a dental appointment? Here I am in my 40s. I ain't got no blood clot fillings in my mouth. I ain't got no Brock teeth in my mouth. I haven't used toothpaste in over probably about 10 fucking years because it's all poison and I don't trust that shit. My teeth ain't crazy yellow. You know what I mean? What are you saying? Fucking idiot. So that's what I'm saying. He just missed, Black Friday. You know, it's Black Friday, but it's like Black Friday week, you know, for the shops and that. I said, hey, it's usually $3.79, but you can get it on a discount at $89. Really, I should put the price back up. You know, you missed the bracket, the timeline. Yeah? I him that. He's on the screen. That's Dr. Yuck Mouth right there. His name's Cuts1. I just called him back out a couple of days ago. If you go on my community wall post, and you can see the Badgering podcast. And I said, oh, is that you? Did you rebrand your name? Because I saw him on somebody else's channel chatting shit on Chaotic Truth live. I said, oh, I ain't seen you for a while. Is that him? And then I went on his thing and I went, oh, it's you. Oh, it's how you tried to rebrand. These times I already body bagged him. When he had his old name, Your End Is Now. I call him Your End Is Now. Body bagged him for his nonsense and buffoonery because he wanted to challenge me about True Earth. Yeah. I said, what? I said, I mean, you really want to do that? You really want to have a debate about that and how the numbers line up and the 93rd day of the year and all that other stuff? Not to mention with Jeranism and the stuff went around, I think around the time when his mum died or when the other guy from Globebusters died. Can't remember his name. Rest in peace to that guy. What is his name again? Rest in wholeness. Oh man, I can't remember that guy. The chubby guy. But anyway, when you see the date duration and flat earth equals 152, and you see the 152 with the guy's date or the day he died or his birthday, and then something with Jeranism or something. It was something. I can't remember how it rolled out. But all these type of stuff, even stuff without the numbers, it's pretty obvious that we're not hurtling through the cosmos at breakneck speed, doing about 5-6 different fucking motions on an elliptical orbit, going around the fucking sun at 66.6 thousand miles an hour, elliptical orbit, speed up and slows down, allegedly 2,500 miles an hour. But there's no parallax with the stars. I can't feel anything, but I must believe. Really? Really? Not to mention centrifugal force. If I put you on a merry-go-round and rev up the back of a motorbike, what's going to happen to you if I put the wheel on that? You're going to fly off, dickhead. So all these fools, so imagine. So this same fool that I call him Yuckmouth's twin, they're both mentally challenged. Imagine. He said, oh, Zach's an idiot because he always says, you know, the Twin Towers, they came down. He always says, 2 towers came down, 2 became 0. And, you know, they put up the Freedom Tower. So basically 2 or 1. So I see him there yapping and chatting his bullshit Japanese on somebody's channel called Sports Gematria. Right? And I'm not going to look all that he does either. Because, you know, Zach does leave a big hole for these people to say, hey, hold up. Wait a minute. Even though I will give Zach his big up, as I've already spoken a bazillion times, regardless. Doesn't mean that makes everything else nonsense and buffoonery. But my point is again, so I'm saying, hold up. You do know, because he said, no, but it's three towers. It's 3. I'm like, hey, 3 buildings. You had building 7 that didn't get touched by a plane, even though all 3 buildings had there was all in the infrastructure of all the buildings, the Twin Towers and Building 7, they all had bombs already put in the infrastructure. So regardless of the planes going into the building, that's why they came down just like a demolition into the pit, into the foot of the buildings. Get it? So again, although it was 3 buildings, only 2 would be considered towers. You fucking idiot. So 2 towers became 0, became 1. 201. The Jesuit Order. Duh. Fucking Moomin Mong. So again, do I really have to dig up your corpse again and make you look stupid? Fool. Right, let's get through these comments here. Let me change this background sound. Give me one moment, guys. Now I'm just gonna, you know, head on through the comments. Just have to talk about Yuckmouth and whatnot real quick. Let's put this one on. Actually, let's do that one for a change. We'll do this one. Turn it down just a smidge. Right, back to the comments here. I tell you, when you know you stand on a solid foundation, there's not much people can tell you. I'm telling you. Is that you, Yuckmouth? Is that you? You want to join the panel? Where's your twin? How about that? The clout chaser. What was the other word for him? Traplaw Ross. That guy. Culture vulture. You want to join the panel, buddy? Anybody. Simon Dan. I already buried him. Anybody. Not a Professor Dave. Anybody. Bring them up. The whole of Creative Truth is panel. Come on. Where is Mooncakes? AKA boob cakes. Where you at, boob cakes? Fool. That's why you could never try and bring up one of my quality entries and what I'm talking about from my perspective and going like I'm an idiot. Even that guy from the UK that goes on Chaotic Truth's panel called Hafez. Oh my God, he goes to Speaker's Corner and does all that type of shit. What a fucking idiot. That guy really annoys me, Hafez. And the shit that he tries to say to Zag, it's just like, oh, that guy. Oh, he sometimes he grinds my teeth. I have to leave quite quickly when he comes on. Anyway, right, so Kai says good evening. Shout out to Mac. He said be right back at that time. Right, crazy. This is from Kai. Crazy that Pegasus. Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Let me put that other banner up. Yeah, because I'm sure you know about MK Ultra. So you can see why I added MK, you know, I put the Utopia, because is that not what it is that they've created? MK Ultra. Why is it coming from? What happened to him? MK Ultra Utopia. Did you ever see the show called Utopia? The English one? They did remake it for USA. And it's about all the rich people that make crazy people. And even if you've seen one of those Batman, the owl, you know, the cartoon, the Batman cartoons, which are pretty good. I haven't watched them all. But the Court of Owls, right at the beginning of it, you see them making crazy people in some type of facility or whatever basement. Basically, because, you know, Batman finds out it's his own people that are doing the madness, like Freemasonry and all that type of stuff. And I'm pretty sure that was the 33 episode with the actual, you know, black and white TV and whatever back in the time. But my point is, Utopia show, just like Batman and wherever else and these type of stuff, Manchurian Candidate or whatever, you know, Denzel Washington. But my point is, they show you MK Ultra basically is them that are putting out the madness people sometimes to do the madness. And causing things like Ken and whatnot. C19. Of course, 2020, aka I dubbed it Celeb 19, because you know you had all the influential celebs like Idris Elba and whatnot. Sure, I mentioned him earlier to do with Luther the show. Another fucking pendejo scumbag, woodchipper. Fuck you, scumbag, sellout. And even stuff with the show The Wire, because you know Idris Elba was in The Wire, and there's a few deaths that was very interesting. Was that guy Michael something, Omar, and there was another one, Numbers, you know, when you know what to look at. Anywho, comments. The hell did I get to? Oh yeah, crazy Pegasus. That was the last one. And why is that disappeared again? It should be on each one, right? It's supposed to stay up there. Oh, it's got it on. Hold on, why is it on a timer? Hold up here. Oh, look, they've added some stuff I didn't realize. So it's got timer off. All right, it will stay now. I'm thinking, I'm going mad. I'm thinking I'm pressing the thing. Why is it fucking off? Oh my God, it's still on 8 seconds, 10 seconds. Like, am I going mad? It's got timer off. Save. Like, am I going fucking mad or something? Oh, now it's off. It's changed to fucking 10 seconds then. These times I know what I'm pressing. Like, what the fuck is going on? You can't get the staff. Hello? StreamYard, do you work? Fucking hell. I want that up between each comment that I go through. Thank you very much. Fired. Woodchipper. No, I'm joking. Fucking staff. Right, so here we are. Boom. That was the last comment. Yes, crazy that Pegasus business. Great cry, yeah? What's this one here? When I saw the Medway, all of that, yeah, medicine, Medway. Oh, come on, I'm just realizing that now. Medway, Ken, medicine, Medway. Wow. As I say, we need to order meditation. As I was on about earlier, when I got the remembrance text from my guy that made me spur on my memory file saying, oh my God, keep it together, don't spaz out too much. Right, saw it on your, yes, you saw it on my post, fantastic. At least somebody's taking heed and looking at something, fucking hell, and give me some feedback, fantastic. I'm like, there's nobody seeing this? Right, Max7 says, so much horse-related imagery. They're telling us defo, the Pegasus event and all. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can see the emojis here that he put up next. So that exactly, yeah. Right, next. Yeah, exactly. Cuba had a blackout. Cuba, come on. me change this background sound here. Yeah, that will do. Fantastic. Right, where's that one I had up here? Yeah, Cuba head. Yes, that's what I'm saying. I think I put something on my community timeline now, and then with it, you will find a playlist with a long heading that will basically say, you know, the next 9/11 will be power cut, cyber attack, yada yada yada. So be sure to go through that playlist, man. Very important now. But yeah, there's a video that I shared from Zach from Number Games with Zachary Hubbard. Be sure to go over there and subscribe. If you haven't already, you can get his books. You can download it for free, PDF, or get a physical copy, or pay for the PDF, but they are there for free. You can get Letters and Numbers by Zach, and then you can get 9/11 to Coronavirus. I suggest get both and add it to your inventory. And lo and behold, I've only read not much more than a page of the first book. Because I don't need to know everything. Everything will come to me because the universe, you know what I mean? It will fall in line. But it's in my inventory. It's there. But I've learned my bit that I've learned, obviously in the community together, and I'm learning and I'm feeding off people and learning stuff myself or whatever. I come into realization, and then I just keep it moving with how I package it, which is at a nice base level that anybody should be able to learn this. It's like, how can you not? It's as easy as ABC 1, 2, 3. There's no reason why. And obviously there's levels to this now, so be sure to check out others. Decoding with Cody. What's my other Donny? What's my other Don there? Dr. Savage. Yeah, there's levels to this, and of course Zach as well, others as well. You know. GematriaEffect underscore 85, aka Derek. He's the one that built the calculator. When he first came along, he thought Zach was, what are you talking about? And then 2 2s, he said, hold on, my man's onto something. Let me make a new calculator for us, for the Gematria community, and obviously other people can use it. But you know, so shout out to Derek every time. And he does a lot of the along with Decoding with Cody, and he's added stuff. He's got a astrology thing that he's added. You know what? I'm gonna start subscribing to the calculator so I can get all the features, because he's got a astrology thing, and it syncs up with you know, you can use it running parallel, obviously, with the calculator. Yeah, and obviously you can look at, I think he may have had some other stuff going on before, but I know he's recently go on his channel and go on his live tab, and he recently did a video in the last couple of months, and there's an English lady that was going for a breakdown with all the features and stuff like that. I need to rewatch it, so you know, I'm gonna put that all on my list, along with Avatar, Airbender cartoon, and all that stuff in Netflix, Airbender live action. So you know, all of that stuff there. And remember, check out the channel Inner Stand as well. You know, I always share stuff from Seven Bomar. Download Sybil. I might have misspoke yesterday. It's either it's either SYBIL or SIBYL. So it's either the I or the, you know, swap the W, the Y for the I or the I for the Y with Sybil. But download it. It's a benevolent AI, so you can ask it stuff and do shit, and you will get some dubplate answers. Yeah. So go figure. Don't worry about Grok. Don't worry about this one and that one. At least definitely get that as well as. Yeah. And also maybe you want to check out the Adept Lexicon stuff. Again, go on the channel Inner Stand, one word. INNER Stand, one word. Voila. Right. So after the blackout stuff now, what we've got here? There's a what's that? Geophysicist, I don't know. Geophysicist Stefan Burns. Let me get a screenshot of that. There's a blackout type event coming in related to in relation to comments. All right, nice one. Thanks for that, Mac. I just got a quick screenshot of that, so I will definitely excuse me, burping, next calls. I'll definitely hone in and look into that and see what we can, if anything, pull up in relation to this, that, and whatnot. Right, back to the yuck mouth comment. We're gonna skip that one. We already broke that one down. Shout out to Chris Holden. You may come back and watch this on the replay. Sorry again, I wasn't blanking you guys. I just didn't see that it had the notification with the numbers or comments or the on that little bit there, because of how my screen was. It was slightly pushed up on the page, so I couldn't see. I didn't know. But it was good, so I could just, get through, man, what I needed to say. So, rest, yes. Big up Chris Holden. He's been about for a while. Hope you're doing good, man. Again, you may come back and watch this on the replay. Ha! He goes on to say his home address is 114. Huh. Right, shout out to Kai. Kai says, after C19, I moved into number 201. How was that? Nah. As I already said as well, I'm not saying you felt this way, but I'm just saying in general. Again, with the intent that they have behind the numbers, obviously, if your number equates to 38 or 45, knife crime and all those type of numbers and killing and death, don't be scared or anything. Obviously, everyone's time's going to pass when it passes. But my point is, don't fully take on board the type of intent and the vibration that they are trying to overly amplify and have distortion with and whatnot. You know what I mean? Be an alchemist in your mind. Very important. So you can nullify and transmute shit and reshape and do it at your bidding and how you see fit. Like Neo waking up in the Matrix and slowing down bullets and shit. You know what I mean? Stopping bullets in the air. So to speak, as an example. They don't own the numbers. And as I say, very interesting, that sacred number, if you write that out, that equals 201. So yeah, definitely something special. 2 numbers aside from 201 and all that stuff. Right, what's this one here now? Goes on to say, this is Chris Holden again. He said, butterfly butterfly equals 114 and 129. Numbers I mentioned tonight, right? I think that was with the Meningitis Group B outbreak. I think that was everything. I think that's what it was. It was 129. And then meningitis, or the original name, right? It was the, that word for meningitis, that original one. The meningococcal, whatever how you can say it. But anyway, 114, November 14th. Interesting, butterfly. And they like to do a lot of butterfly stuff, the monarch butterfly, concerning Manchurian candidate type of stuff. And they do a lot of that stuff in the music, just like how you had Ariana Grande with Manchester bombing, which was all by the numbers. And there was a lot of deceit by some of those people that got paid off to pretend that their leg got hurt and all this type of stuff going on. Do you remember that? Oh yeah, do you remember? Oh my God. Do you remember? Who? Yeah? Oh. Do you remember? Again, I'm not saying that they always do sometimes like a semi-drill, while sometimes maybe still people might get hurt in the event. Because remember, sometimes you're going to want people to maybe usher the main crowd. So obviously, if there's a batch of people that have been paid off to do the certain fuckery, they will lead the masses astray, right? Like a herd following the flock. You know what I mean? Yeah? So the sheep, yeah? Very easy. Just like Post Nightclub. That was a whole bag of bullshit. Remember Post Nightclub? I think everybody in there was paid off. Then we tracked the guy that supposedly got shot in his back from an AR-15 semi-automatic machine gun. And on his Instagram, we see him with no shirt on, no injuries sustained on his back, going down water slides, having a good time. Me and everybody else was cussing him in the comments. You fucking sell out, this, that, and the third. You're a scumbag. You're a sellout. And then obviously sometimes it's a full-blown madness, regardless if there's crisis actors in there or not. Just like you had the beach, the Bondi Beach recently. Bondi Beach, if you go and see through the script, one word, right, all together, and then you do THRU for through. So see through the script, one word. Go on one of his recent videos, and you'll see a huge component, like an agent for State of Israel, yeah, that he was one of the main people that had his head wrapped in bandages and blood on the thing, on his bandage or whatever. Probably ketchup. But my point is, that's my point again. I'm not saying people didn't get hurt on the fucking beach and shit like that. But I'm saying, if you go back to the news and see what that guy was doing, and he was all up in the news. He was an agent fucking provocateur to, you know, to fucking, how would I say, cause distortion. So beware of these scumbags and agents and crisis actors. So yeah, so Chris Holding goes on to say, Freemasonry is 308 years old, I think. The plane crash last year, or one of the plane crash on the 308th day of the year. That would have been November 4th. November 4th. Interesting, yeah? And remember, was it a leap year? Oh, that was a leap year though. No, the 5th of November. I'm thinking of the 4th. The 5th leaves 56 days of the year, right? 307th day of the year, and then 56 days are left. Because remember, when they implemented, and we said, oh, they're going to do something at the end of October, right? When C-19 was all going on in 2020, and then we noticed nothing the next year with the lockdown stuff, or if they wanted to keep you on edge. Because remember, Corona 33, October's the only month that equals to 33. Sunday's the only weekday that equals 33. So again, Corona 33, police people, order, society, masonry, secrecy, magic equals 33. So that's why when it got to October, we already knew. We said, right, watch when October comes. You're going to see all the news. They're going to amp it all up with this, that, and the third, with other stuff happening in Germany and blah, 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 in the UK. And then lo and behold, remember, coronavirus equals 56. Anthony Fauci, 56. Toilet paper, 56. Mind control, 56. And a long-ass list of significant 56s to do with coronavirus, yeah? And again, November 5th leaves 56 days of the year, and of course, they implemented lockdown. And remember, the cause and effect of people's mental health 119. What was the phone number they wanted you to ring in the UK? Was it not 119 if you got symptoms? Ring 119, NHS. Am I chatting shit? Was it not 119? Lockdown 119. Think about all the situation with people suiciding themselves, killing themselves. Suicide 119. Mental health 119. Mood swing, welfare, etc. You get it? Remember, the Tories equals 119. Who won by 47 seats. The Tories equals 47. Again, President, Government, White House, Republican, Democrat. The word news, time, the word beast, you're in the beast system, all equals 47. And again, the flip side of that, 74. Messiah, parables, is it Jesus 74, parables, gospel 74, Lucifer 74. Remember, all is self, all the heavens and all the hells reside in you. It's what you choose to reign. That's why they want to keep you in your infant state, so you don't realize your godliness of who, what, where, and what the fuck you are. There's no rapture to come. The only rapture is from within through introspection of self. That's the rapture. And when you times up all your chakras and your Merkaba stuff, when you do it, there's a way that you times it up. It equals 144,000. Go figure. You know all the vector points for all the lotus leaves and the vector points, all the leaves, all the points, the vector points. There's a way that you times it and you add it up, and it equals 144,000. Get it? Nobody's coming to save you. You save yourself. Hence why in the Matrix, when he goes to Zion, that's what he says to the guy. He says, "Oh, Neo, you saved me." He said, "No, you saved yourself." And then through that, obviously before that, you can be selfless in your nature, But my point is, it's going to amplify you being selfless in aiding those around you. But at the same time, noting, don't waste too much time in kilojoules because not everybody's supposed to wake up. And at this rate, are they going to wake up really? I mean, come on. Am I wasting time right now? I'm live on YouTube streaming. Why don't you search? Because, you know, I've got my neighbors here, they can hear. That's why I'm talking extra loud. Why don't you search in YouTube, you know, the @ symbol, @Zombieland Variant, you know? Feel free to subscribe, download the videos, share the videos. If you don't do it, you know you're a Zombieland Variant, yeah? Fucking idiot. Wake up! And I say that with love and sincerity and honor. Original spiritual warrior incarnated. Facts. Early bloomer. Soon as I got here, out my mum's room, I was, by the age of 9, 10, I was already asking the questions. Oh, why they got the same wars designated everywhere? Why, you know what I mean? In the same, you know what I mean? Why we always get the same type of stuff at every Christmas with these type of, whatever it is to watch? Asking specific questions early. Didn't know why I was spazzing out or doing certain stuff, or you know what I mean? Chip on my shoulder. Something in my mind was just grinding away. Didn't know what it was. Now I can articulate it well. Oh, that's what it was. Trying to stunt my spiritual growth, but by the heavens, thank you so much gratitude. I'm even holding my hands in like in a praying stance. Thank you so much gratitude to the cosmos and the most high, the most highs, because obviously, you know, it's not just one God around. Thank you so much for lining it all up. Before my mum, grandma, great mama, grandma, granddad, all of that lined up for me to be, you know what I mean? Thank you. Oh my, thank you so much. Thank you so much. This type of energy is not getting wasted and squandered. Even if I'm not running at optimum or I'm not doing certain stuff and blah, 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 blah. You will never have this vessel fully. Never, ever in your wildest dreams that you lot can cook up for your next whatever simulation. You will never get me fully. Oh, you're killing me slowly because of poisonous food and the water and all of that. Okay, well, you got me there. But you will never grind down my mind and to a mushy pulp and reshape my thinking. And then now I'm a full-blown Zombieland. Oh, no. You'll never get me as a Zombieland variant fully. You'll never get me. You'll never. You'll never. Right, next comment. Let me change this background sound here. Yeah? Right, you're covering your mic from time to time. I don't know, maybe it can't take the decibels if I'm raising my mind up. So I don't think I've been touching the side of my device. It might be sometimes the decibels are just a bit too loud if I'm going off, so excuse me. And the headphones I've got on, they haven't got a mic on it, so I know that it is the tablet, and it's sitting on something to hold it, propped up, and I don't actually hold the tablet. Obviously, I would touch the screen and stuff, but I'm not holding the side or covering any mic or anything like that, so. And if I did, nah, I don't do that. Nah, I don't like. Right, so next one says, yeah, it is me. Oh, we're at the end now. Fantastic, brilliant. All right, I don't know if you just joined, but it's time for me to get out of here. And I'll see you when I see you, maybe. Catch you on the rebound. Wholeness, spread love and light, hashtag don't be a basic beast brainer. And of course, give gracious gratitude, but take no shit. Wholeness.